Record.
Hello, my name is Kendra Stein, and I'm a generational healing coach. I do family and relationship coaching and also somatic therapy for healing trauma. And so today I'm here to talk about attachment and why is attachment important? Attachment is the bond that we create with our first caregivers when we first come into this world. And it actually determines how easily we're able to attach and create bonding with others as we grow up, with our peers and eventually with a spouse and then with our own children. And so when our attachment bond is a secure attachment where we feel we got enough of the right stuff and we were loved and feel safe, then we're able to bond fairly well with others in our lives. When our attachment bond was insufficient, when it wasn't fully there and there's an insecure attachment as a child, then we carry that into our adult relationships, and we might notice it's difficult for us to bond properly with others and eventually our own children. And so the good news is that at any age, we can work on healing that attachment bond. And so today I want to address parents who are looking to heal their attachment bond with their children, noticing that maybe our kids have some acting out behaviors, maybe we feel distant or disconnected, and we just or we know we've experienced some traumas and ruptures in our relationships, and we really want to work on healing and bridging that gap and bringing us closer to our children. And I know for me, I have 5 kids, and my oldest is an adult now, and we've worked really hard on repairing some of this insecure attachments and some ruptures that we've had over the years in our family. And it's been going really well with bonding and creating a secure attachment after having some insecure ones for many years. So it's never too late. It's okay if they're adults already or if they're just, new infants. This information is really helpful for any parents of any age. And so today I want to share with you just a brief overview of what are some steps you can take today to help create a more secure attachment. Okay, I will share my screen. I'm just going to do a little PowerPoint. All right, so we want to bridge the gap with our kids, creating a secure attachment. First, we're going to debunk this myth. Okay, there's a myth that it's my child's fault that we aren't connected. Oh, if they would just listen to me, if they would just take in what I'm telling them, if they would just, eat better or get more sleep, or if they would just, do better in school or as an adult, if they would just get a job, or we have this kind of, if they would just change, we could be connected. But that's actually a myth. The truth is that underneath whatever behavior, whatever dysfunctional behavior that they're acting out, underneath is a sensitive child, and they're usually carrying a lot of anxiety and pain. And what they need is understanding and connection. They need a secure attachment. So, a secure attachment means that a child feels safe to be themselves in that relationship, and they're able to trust and connect with others in their lives. And they feel a sense of security as they go out into the world. They're confident the world is safe and people are safe and they can connect and they trust. This is what a child feels when they have a secure attachment. And so if you notice that your child maybe doesn't have that sense of security or safety or is having trouble bonding, or if you're having trouble bonding with them, then here's 5 things you can do right now to start creating a secure attachment with your child. Okay, step 1, the parent takes responsibility for the relationship. Our goal is to foster self-acceptance and self-esteem. And what that means is we want to demonstrate to our child that we want to be around them. We want to be in their company. We give them active attention. We make time for them. We reach out and say, hey, I want to hang out with you. I want to spend time with you. I like being around you. This is really important. As a parent, we have that responsibility. It's not the child's responsibility to ask us to spend time with them. So that's the first step. Number two, avoid pointing out faults, shortcomings, and mistakes. Our goal here is to increase security and reduce shame. So what happens often, we get caught in this pattern as a parent of we don't have a lot of time to interact with our kids. And so we tend to be more negative when we go approach them. Hey, are you doing your homework? Hey, did you get that job? Hey, how's your chores coming along? And, why is your room so dirty and all your stuff's everywhere? We kind of sometimes tend to point out what they're doing wrong and the mistakes that they're making and things they need to do better. And so with a child with lower self-esteem, who's suffering, who doesn't have a secure attachment, criticism is really devastating. And they're actually very sensitive to your tone of voice, the way that you're saying what you're saying. And so what we really want to do is pull back on that negativity and notice before we approach our child, are we judging? Are we criticizing? What is it that we're going to say right now? Can we focus on something positive instead of the negative? And make sure we're at least balancing that out so that they don't feel like, oh no, here comes mom. What am I doing wrong? Right? That's something we want to avoid. Step three, we don't want to focus on the results of what our child is doing. We want to focus on their feelings instead. So the goal is so that they know their value doesn't come from their achievements. So this is where, growing up, we were kind of taught to praise for things that we do. Oh, good job getting an A on that test. Oh, good job putting the dishes away. Good job, right? And we're praising a lot of their behaviors, or we're praising their accomplishments, or the results, of what they've done. But that actually can cause them to feel like their only value comes from when they're a good boy or girl, when they do good things, when they're getting things, there's results, right? They're achieving things. And so we want them to know their value comes from within. And so that in doing so, we focus on their feelings about things. Hey, you must be so proud of, how hard you worked to get that A on that test. How does that feel? Right. And we want to say, man, how does it feel to win that race? That must feel so good. Or we even notice, man, I see you're working so hard to on that homework over there. You're really working hard. That's really great. Like we focus on their behavior, their things that they can control, like the effort that they put into something, and their character, instead of, hey, you got a good job on that A, but hey, good job on working really hard, right? That's where we're shifting the way we speak. Number four, we don't parent from a place of anger. So our goal is to avoid faulting the child. We want to stay connected even during conflict. So a lot of times, we'll get upset, and that's normal, but it's important for us as a parent to take a break before we react, before we respond, or even maybe we yell, but then we can pause and walk away and calm down, take care of our own emotions, and then come back and say, hey, I got angry. I'm sorry. I don't want to yell. That's about me, not you. It's not your fault, right? We don't want to withdraw our love. We don't want to show kind of disapproval or disdain to our children because they blame themselves. When we withdraw our love, when we show we're angry or disappointed, then the child takes it on as shame and blame that they're not good enough. So we really want to counteract that, and we want to help them feel like they are so important. It doesn't matter what the conflict is. Our relationship with them is more important than whatever's happening, whatever conflict is going on. We value them first. They're a priority. So we can do this by regulating our own emotions, learning how to calm ourselves down, take a break, and then come back into connection and not withdraw and not use anger against them. Okay, step number 5, the parent is responsible for repair. So the goal is that the relationship we have with our child is more important than the conflict. So it's kind of what I was saying in the last one is that they are more important than whatever is going on. Ruptures happen, right? Conflict happens. We get angry. That happens. We only have to get it right 30% of the time. This is how we can create a secure attachment with our kids, even if we mess up 2/3 of the time, where we yell or we miss them in some way, as long as we repair. So we've got to learn how to repair, how to say sorry, how to come back to our kids and say, hey, I messed up and I care about you and I want to hear what you have to say. And, this kind of repairing means listening to them, saying, hey, tell me again, how are you feeling? Without defending our position, we're really practicing empathy and practicing. This creates intimacy. This helps them feel safe to share who they are, what they're feeling, that they can be seen and it's safe. This is so, so important for creating a secure attachment and developing a healthy sense of intimacy. Okay, and then so as parents, it's really important that we are taking care of ourselves, that we have good spiritual self-care. So beginning with compassionate curiosity, right? We're aware with our emotions and things that we're experiencing and feeling, that we don't judge ourselves or others, that we just notice and get curious about what's going on. Um, and we accept whatever is happening, right? That we can tolerate whatever guilt. Okay, I yelled at my kid. I'm accepting. Okay, I did that. I'm not going to wallow in that guilt or feeling blaming or beating myself up as a parent. I'm going to really accept, okay, that's where I'm at now. What can I do about it? What can I do better next time? And just really accepting where we or our children are at. Number 3, choose a guide. So a counselor, therapist, coach, join a support group. We cannot do this work on our own. We need support. 4, develop emotional intelligence, self-regulation. So this is where we really want to learn about, how do I calm myself down when I get upset? Do I have that emotional intelligence to know, oh, I'm feeling angry, and where is that coming from? And how can I own my own feelings and not blame others around me? And how can I take care of myself to calm myself down before engaging again? That is really important. Step number 5, self-care. We want to fill up our own love tank. We want to be full. We want to get our needs met through friends, through time for ourselves, creating space in our lives for creativity, for enjoying the moment, for pleasure, we want to make sure we're eating healthy and getting enough sleep, that kind of thing. Self-care is so, so important. We really can't give to others if we don't have anything to give because we're empty. So filling up our own love tank is so, so important. Okay, and so if you want to know more, you want some more support, there's a parenting support group that I run. You can go to generationalhealing.org and sign up for a support group. I also have, I do my own coaching. So there's my website, A Path to Family Healing, if you want more one-on-one coaching. So these are great resources. Okay, so thank you for taking the time to listen to this today. And I hope that you had some aha moments. And I encourage you to share with anyone that you think would be interested in this kind of work. So thanks so much.